Well, if you're hating the heat and the humidity, you've tuned into the right show here on TVSN. I'm Moira. This is Ben. Welcome
How are
back.
you? Lovely to be with you.
And the star of the show really is the Maestro Misting Fan, without a doubt. It's absolutely fabulous technology because in my mind, it's theoretically a fan, but it feels like an amazing air conditioner.
Well, it does, Moira, and it's got this amazing technology called flash evaporative technology. Extracts the heat, cools the air at the front.
And I've actually got goosebumps on my arm already. It is that effective. It's quite extraordinary. Now, there's a big sigh of relief going up around the country at the moment because, yes, we've got stock of your Maestro Misting Fan, but that's not going to stay that way because I believe, when was it, Saturday before last, you had a show and... you went through a whole container load of the Maestro Misting Fan in one show.
Exactly.
And that was supposed to last the whole event.
Yes, exactly.
So we've cracked open the second container and that's it. You're already chewing through it. That is it now. We can't get any more stock before Chrissy?
That's exactly right. So this is your last chance before Christmas. Put this under the Christmas tree for someone you love.
No, just plug it in and enjoy the cool. Now, as the name suggests, it's more than just cooling because it's
hot air around the room, and that's what they do, which is fantastic, and that's their job. This does something very, very different. This actually uses what's called flash evaporative technology, using microscopic droplets of water that go over the cooling plates inside, and as you can see out the front here, this is a mist. Now, it's like a dry mist. It's the same technology used in fruit and vegetables. So when we get stuff to market, it's not wet.
Yes.
It's completely ready to go on the shelves. This is the exact same technology. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate for you a very quick technique to show you that there's no water.
Lovely. Before you do that, because you're already shopping, best I give you the details.
Oh, yes.
Because you are not paying thousands of dollars that you might do if you're looking at an air conditioning system. And, of course, everything that's involved in installing that, everything involved with the ongoing power costs. What you are looking at here is just $199. Even better, you've got $99.50 will get that home, plus a very reasonable delivery to your door at $9.90. So those two easy pays are there. There's no interest on those. And if ever there was a product that you could get home, see how brilliant it is, feel the difference that it makes to you personally, but then to the happiness of your household, using our better than 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. At the moment, of course, we've got right through until January 25. You can get it home, you can be using it, you can make sure it's absolutely everything we say and show you in this hour. And if you're not satisfied, you can send it back for that full refund. And Ben, of course, well, we've had the the hot weather and then it's sort of changed a bit, gone back to spring. It's only now just ramping up.
Well, this weekend we're heading for 30s right around the country, and it's only going to get hotter. This time last year we're in bushfires. So Australia is just a country of extremes, but this will help cool you over summer, and it's so effective and it's so beautiful to use, it's so easy to use that you won't have any problems.
I love it, because I do love a good fan, but the fan can only go so far. And, of course, with the misting technology, sensational. Oh, by the way, you do get your bonus as well.
The cooling towel.
The cool towel
Here we go.
That, again, is clever technology with the gel impregnated into the towel. So it literally does help you keep your cool when you're out and about.
Well, we like to keep our cool, don't we?
We sure do. So that is your bonus. It'll just be arriving with your Maestro Misting Fan. And, I mean, you might be working on the car, you might be working in the garden, you might be out playing sport.
Yes.
This is all coming back from that run or gym session.
Yes.
And this is a great way of just cooling yourself down, whether you just damp down with it or pop it around your neck. And all you have to do is add some water, give it a little ring, give it a little wave, and it's good to go. Store it away. It's like a new wave personal chamois, isn't it?
It is indeed.
But better. In fact,
it's so much better.
We have our bed systems that are impregnated with the gel. It's like that
exactly
with the towel.
Same. Yep, fabulous. You'll be cool as a cucumber.
We like that. All right, so that is your bonus coming with your Maestro Misting Fan. Now, while stocks last, obviously, on both. Now, that green bottle, I'm going to hide that because that's not, you're not getting the green bottle. That's part of Ben's very special demonstration he's about to show us.
Okay, so you're ready?
I'm ready now.
Are you ready for a
Sorry.
bit of magic?
Just had to get all that out the way.
So when we go out sometimes into clubs and pubs, you might sit there and you'll see these fans blowing water. That's a water fan. That's just pushing water over the blades. So if you've got curly hair, it's going to get even more curly. This is the complete opposite. What this actually does is, it's using this wonderful technology. When it comes out the front, we're going to demonstrate that there is actually no water on the tissue.
Okay.
So first thing we're going to do is a little tissue test. And I'm going to put this over the front of the fan here. And what's going to happen is, in theory, you would think this is going to get wet.
Yeah. So nothing showing
Nothing's
there
happening.
whatsoever.
At all. Now, if you pick up this wonderful little prop here.
That's my prop, is it?
This is your prop, darling, and you're going to give me a squirt of this to demonstrate that. Yeah, I know. We do things like on the fly here. That's it.
I got your glasses.
I know. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, it just falls to pieces. Now, the interesting thing is, with lead last time I did this, that was methylated spirits, and you're not going to believe it.
No.
That's methylated spirits again.
Is it?
Yes.
What's going on?
It's very hard to get a water bottle here, I tell you. But that's
so
okay. No, it's good. It's very good for cleaning your glasses. It is. Now, let me tell you...
the point being, the mist coming out the front isn't going to make your hair go frizzy, isn't going to add dampness to, say, furnishings and curtains and things like that. But it is an incredibly effective technology for removing the heat.
Exactly. So it's taking the heat from the room, extracting it out of the back, so it sucks it in through the back, pushes it out through the front, and over the blades, because we've got it in oscillation mode, it's pushing this beautiful, cool air all the way around. We can feel it here. So
I'm on the side of it. I'm amazed how cool. I literally am. Have got goosebumps on the arm there.
Yes.
But with the technology as well, you can set it up in so many different ways because you've got the oscillation if you want.
That's right.
You've got the mist if you want.
That's right, Maura. So it can operate just as a fan if you want it as a fan. We can switch off the misting area here by going mist, and it will actually stop the mist. Now it's just operating as a fan.
Okay.
Moving the air around as a normal fan would. What we can do is we can stop the rotation, so freeze frame it in the exact position that you want it.
I'm not sharing. I just want all of the fan and all of the mist on me.
Yeah, all the mist. Now, I have a home recording studio for voiceovers, so I've got one of these in the studio, and I have the misting on, and I don't use the air conditioning because it's just too hard. But this works perfectly, and it doesn't ruin the equipment.
I was going to say, too, it's also very quiet.
Very, very quiet.
When you're recording, that would be important, whereas some systems can be... It's like you're in a fan...
Exactly. And look, with people staying at home, Moira, with COVID, working from home, this is the perfect solution if you're in an apartment that doesn't have air conditioning.
Absolutely. There's lots more buttons.
Lots more, yes. So we've got 3 speed settings. So basically they go up incrementally to the fastest being number 3. But the great thing about it is if you want to get the effect of a sea breeze or lying in bed and feeling the air coming in and out of your window, we can change the function on here on the mode and put it into rotate. I usually keep the mist on. And what's going to happen is the fan will actually now slow the blades down. So now you're going to get this effect that it's like wind coming in and out of your window. I know, it's beautiful.
I like that. And that's even quieter.
It's even quieter.
As well.
It's even quieter.
It's very zen. Zen Ben.
Zen Ben.
Yes.
Now, for those that want a timing feature on board, not that I ever use this, you can set it to an 8-hour timer. So when you go to bed, you just push the timer button and it will actually go in a countdown of 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 hours being the longest.
So if you know that, you know, your worst time is to sort of wake up midnight or 2 p.m, you can set it to take you through that.
Yes, that's right.
But then be off in the morning
Exactly.
where it's often the coolest just before dawn.
That's right. Now, I've got a little puppy, so he loves this because we leave this on running during the day when I'm running around doing other things. So it's perfectly safe around pets. And what I love about it is little puppies can't jump up and get in their little paws in blades. Same with children.
Very, very important to have that safety aspect as well. One thing we haven't touched on, and that is the running cost, because I know it's like in winter time. We worry about putting the heating on because we're so scared about the bill shock.
Yeah.
But what about this? Because
Looking
obviously
at less than 10 cents a day.
What?
Yeah, an hour. It's 10 cents an hour, but the thing is you've got to base it on your power output or who you are set up with.
Yeah.
But the reality of this type of thing is it's designed not to chomp through power, less than an electric light bulb.
Because it is, even if you've got all the functions on, I was having a look at the specs there, it's something like 90 watts.
Yeah, that's right. It's very, very small.
And I know I've seen systems that are 2,000 watts, so that shows how little power it uses. Now, it's also nice and portable. You've got very stable too, because you've got something like, what, 6 wheels?
6 wheels, yeah. So people will always ask when it arrives, what happens when it arrives? It arrives in the box, and it's got a plate at the bottom which basically has to be screwed onto the base of the fan. It's got 6 wheels, and then literally it's so easy to move around, there is no problems. It's on wheels, you can take it everywhere in the house. The kitchen, out on the patio. I know people that love caravanning and they use it in their caravans.
Wow, because when you look at that side on, it's not a big footprint
It's not a big footprint at all.
Yeah.
Look, there we go.
Look at that. And, of course, it comes with a remote control.
It certainly does. And here it is here.
Yeah.
So with all the features replicated from the front onto the remote control, so you don't even have to leave the comfort of your lovely chair.
Or bed.
Or bed.
Even better there. I love it. Actually, when you think about it, it's got all of those features that you want and more, with the timer, with the speeds, with the mist on, with the mist off. But to me, it's just experiencing that delicious cool. It's quite extraordinary. So, I mean, I love a good fan.
Yes.
But this is so much more with that very, very dry mist.
Exactly.
Okay, well, as I said, we're down to our last container. Can't get any more in before Chrissy. So we will give you a chance to order your very own Maestro. Remember, if you've got any questions, well, we've got Ben here. Email into producer@tvsn.com.au. Maybe just use one of those easy pays there. Get it home and see and feel just how brilliant this is. Experience the cool of the Maestro. But let's have a little bit of a look at the Maestro Mist Fan.
There's lots to love about the warm weather, so why let anything spoil it? Too hot? Too sticky? Can't work? Can't sleep? Worried about your power bill? Now you have control over the climate in your home thanks to the Maestro Misting Fan. Old-style fans just circulate the same stale air. Maestro uses water-cool technology to help create the perfect ambient temperature. Think how fresh and uplifting it is near a waterfall. That's due to the combination of moving air and ultrafine water particles. It's nature's own cooling system. Recreating that effect, the Maestro Misting Fan draws in hot air from 5 sides, combines it with the finest of atomized water, and sends it out again cool, fresh, and deliciously comfortable. Use the remote or the control panel to tailor your experience. There are 3 breeze options, 3 speeds, a 1 to 8 hour timer, and the choice of enjoying the fan with mist or simply a cooling airflow. Compact and portable, you can move Maestro wherever it's needed around your home, even outdoors. It's the answer to cool, comfortable living even during the hottest days and nights. Getting to sleep and staying asleep can be difficult when it's hot and sticky. The Maestro Misting Fan can change that. Plus, it's super quiet. It can even help with the other big issue that keeps us awake, the mozzies. Nobody likes bill shock. Maestro uses only 90 watts of power, so you can run it whenever you need it without the worry. Live life in cool comfort with the Maestro Misting Fan.
And that's what we all need, isn't it? A little bit of help through the summer, through the hot, humid days. And just knowing that it's not going to be that kick when it comes to the power bill there. In fact, it runs on so very little. I'm just reading through a few of these 5-star reviews. Very impressive, actually. Skeptic from Queensland writes,
Yes.
Over the years, I've bought many fans, but the Maestro is so much better. It actually cools my open-plan living area efficiently. When I don't get an afternoon breeze, the Maestro is on. I love the fact that it's on rollers, as I sometimes move it on. Hard to believe that a simple fan can deliver such a cooling effect. I recommend it, especially as, if you believe the news, it looks like we're in for a long, hot summer. And it's interesting, I've got 5-star reviews here from Queensland, the Sunshine Coast, Sydney. I've got people from Victoria, even from Tassie and over in NZ as well.
Sure.
So it's nice to hear that right around the country and also across the ditch there, people are getting relief from the Maestro.
And that's the whole thing. And look, as we say, there are other options. There are fans that circulate in the ceiling. They cost money to install. We're heading into Christmas, so it's one of those times of the year it's hard to get an electrician. There is air conditioning. It does take a lot longer to cool your house. Usually people will complain in one room that it's cool and it's not hot enough. And
costs a bit more than $199.
it does cost a lot more to run. Yes, yes. This is the simple solution. We should show you how it actually works from behind.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's turn it around.
Oh, we'll do it on that one then.
Yeah, sure, okay. So
this is our model.
This is our little lovely model.
Yes.
So if we turn this around, we can see in the back here that we've got a water container, which is about 1 litre. You fill that up with water. Now, what I tend to do is you can actually get water and put it into the freezer, freeze it for a bit, so it gets really chilled.
Yeah.
Then put it in there.
Wow.
And you'll get that extra cooling effect. You've got to push things around here. Use technology. The other thing you can do, we won't do it on set, but you can put a few ice blocks in there as well, and I've tried that as well.
So into the little reservoir
into the reservoir.
Okay.
Now, when you fill it up with water, you will pop it into the back here, and there's a little bath at the bottom, and what that bath does is fills up with water, so it's ready to start taking it
So
through.
don't be worried, because I've got one at home. When you hear it go glug, glug, glug.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, people will say, what does this little plug do down the bottom here, right down the very bottom? Down here. So you've just got to make sure that that's nice and tight, because if you don't have it tight, the water will start to come out at the bottom.
Okay.
That's an exit plug. So when you're not using the fan at the end of summer, just empty the water out, whatever's left in the bath, just undo the back, that comes out, and just pour it into the sink or just onto the grass. So it's very, very easy.
And I was reading it only uses something like 250 mil
Yes.
per hour, and that's why you're getting such fine droplets there.
That's right.
And so it's not as though you're having to refill that tub a lot.
Oh, no, 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 no. Like, I can go for days and leave this going.
Really?
Yeah. I've tried it for days. It just depends on... Look, if it's really, really hot and you're using it on full power and it's really doing its work, it might go through the water, but that's okay.
It's water.
It's just water.
Yeah.
Just keep a little supply in the fridge, keep it chilled. Yeah. That's my suggestion, and then put it in and you'll get that extra little bit of hit with the cooling towel.
Well, I've never put the chilled water in, and it still feels crispy and lovely.
Right.
But, of course, you've put it to the test in extreme circumstances. So tell everyone, because it's Broken Hill, isn't it?
Yeah, darling. Well, I bought a house in Broken Hill, which I've been renovating, a little miner's cottage. And,
so it's not one of the ones under the ground?
No, that's that's in White Cliffs. Oh, okay. And that's a whole other area itself. But where we are out there, our temperatures can get to over 50 degrees for a week or two at a time. Whoa. But the Maestro works beautifully because it's a dry heat. So even in humidity it works, but in dry heat it's fantastic. I've got a couple of them in the house. So, you know, don't think that one little fan's going to do your whole house. It's basically one fan per room. That's how I've worked it out. So the bedrooms
move it around as you go.
Move it around, exactly.
You know what it's like. And it was interesting reading that 5-star review that in Queensland it did the whole open plan area.
That's right.
So to have maybe one downstairs, one upstairs, one in the living or one in the bedroom, or just start with one and move it to where you need to be.
That's right.
So really clever technology. So you think, OK, well, there are fans, traditional fans. They've done a good job over the years. There's air conditioning, and of course that's got its place as well. But this sits so sweetly in the middle with so many advantages. Well, definitely over the fan, way above and beyond.
Yes.
But without the expense, I guess, of, you know, the buying of an air conditioner, perhaps the running as well.
That's right.
And then the installation too.
That's right.
But then also the manoeuvrability, that you have it where you want it.
That's correct. And you can move it anywhere. With a lot of people living in apartments, particularly in inner cities where they don't have air conditioning, these types of things are perfect. But let me tell you, it's one of those things that I've put it through the road test. Cleaning it is even fabulous. A quick wipe over with a normal dishcloth is fine.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Even the back of the fan here, you can take it off with 3 little screws and clean the blades.
Oh, I love
a little
it.
Phillips head screwdriver. So it's not a big deal to clean.
And we've got another great 5-star review here from Selena in Victoria. So cool.
Yes.
I can't believe how effective the fan works. I'm a real air conditioning person, but I thought I'd give the Maestro fan a try. It cooled the room down quickly. It was so quiet. And when I tried the test I saw on the show with the tissue paper, I couldn't believe how dry the tissue remained whilst it pumped out the cool air. Thank you, TVSN, for another great product. And that's the lovely thing when you find something that really works.
Exactly.
And works in a way that we desperately need. I mean, when that temperature starts to get higher and higher, when you find that you're not sleeping at night, you're tossing and turning because you're just so hot, The kids are getting really grumpy as well because of the heat. You've got to find a solution. And to have a solution like this that is so affordable, number one, just to purchase, to run incredibly so, but then that makes a difference each and every day to your life. And I'm going to say, too, to your well-being. As soon as you start to overheat, that is not a very good thing at all. And this is something that right throughout the day, right throughout the night, you can leave on, enjoy that blissful cool. And that's why I think that last show, Ben, you sold out that whole container. As I said, we're ripping through that second container now. And
yes.
Such a strange year. I know that getting enough stock has been a real drama.
It's been a very hard thing to get. So this is the last batch that we've got. And once they're gone, that's probably the end of it for another year.
And you're going to kick yourself because you know what it's like. You get right into the thick of summer and you go, oh, seriously, we better do something about the cooling. And it's really, really hard to find something and find the right product. And I know last summer was one of, I think it was our hottest on record.
Yeah, that's right, since 1910. So,
whoa.
You know, we're looking at things changing. And look, even today, it might be overcast in Sydney where we are, but it's still humid. And, you know, it's one of those things, don't put it off till tomorrow or next week. Today is a great day to start planning for the heat and even for grandma and grandpa. I mean, I'm amazed how many elderly people will put themselves at risk over summer and not keep themselves cool, and it's vital. I mean, it's a health thing too. It can be as
dangerous as the cold in the winter. I'm thinking too of the gills of my perhaps vintage, where we feel the heat a little bit more, fluctuatingly, you know where I'm going with that. This is going to be an absolute joy for you and for your little ones, as I said. If you've got young bubs, maybe you're expecting a baby, it's good to keep your tranquility, keep your cool, particularly through those hot summer months there, without costing you a fortune, and less than 10 cents per hour, you were saying, depending on your provider. But that's just a tiny, tiny amount to pay to run your Maestro. In fact, people of all different walks of life, people from all around Australia and NZ, have been reporting back how awesome this is. We might check in with a couple of them now.
Well, it feels like you've been sitting on the beach and you can feel the ocean and the wind blowing in your face. It's just so calming and relaxing. I love it.
I can't stand mozzies, and the Maestro really helps keep them away.
I've been sleeping a lot better with the Maestro fan, and, you know, it makes me feel more comfortable.
It's so amazing. I'm saving my money on power bill, and it feels just like air conditioning.
When I'm cooking and it's a hot day, I just turn on the Maestro Air and it keeps me really cool. I remember I used to have one of those horrible old noisy fans that rotate. This one looks great. You can have it in any room and it really is not intrusive but works brilliantly.
It's really quiet. You barely hear the Maestro. It's fantastic to sleep with at night.
Well, we've got a really big lounge dining space and I've found that the Maestro Air keeps the whole space deliciously cool.
I think it's very stylish and its footprint is so small and I can actually lift it, which is great.
Well, it's so portable, I can just wheel it with me so I can have it on me when I'm watching television, and then it's so light I can just carry it upstairs and into the bedroom and it really helps me sleep.
See, to me they are the two big pluses while you're sleeping. If it can help you get a better night's sleep, that is gold. And I also like the idea of when you're cooking in the kitchen.
Yes.
That can get overpoweringly hot. And I know we all suffer on the big day, Christmas Day, because we turn on the ovens, if you haven't got any of our other amazing appliances here from TVSN. But the kitchen can heat up, and to be able to wheel the Maestro in and just know, it's all good, I'm actually going to enjoy the cooking. And I like the idea of outdoors too.
Perfect, around the barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you're not near the pool. Even if you're outside camping at your fabulous caravan park.
Oh, with a powered site?
Yeah, you've got the powered site. Run the Maestro. I've seen people do it.
That would be glamping,
It's glamping at its best, and there's a lot of glamping taking place.
Yeah, actually, I really like that idea.
Yeah.
It's not that silly an idea because it doesn't take up that much space.
That's right.
With the footprint. Okay, so lots of questions coming in about the technology, because I think that's the thing. We need to separate it out from the regular fan, because it's so much more than that.
Yeah. Okay, so regular fans will just blow the... That's all they're made to do. Then you've got air conditioners, which of course cool the air, and they do their job. They do a good job at doing that. It takes time and it costs money. What this uses is flash evaporative technology, and this is the technology that they use all around places like Singapore. You'll see these big fans blowing air around, and it's got this mist coming off it, and it can knock the temperature down by 4 or 5 or 6 degrees. This uses the same technology in this little fan. I mean, this is the amazing thing. It's been used in big commercial enterprises for, you know, transporting food and vegetables, fruit and vegetables. Now it's in the fan. So what it does, it's taking air from the back, which is quite warm, putting it through the blades, but it's using this flash evaporative technology, millions of molecules of little bits of water droplets. And when they come off the front, they're not wet.
Yeah. And obviously my dress is not getting damp.
That's
there.
right.
It is so crispy cool, though. It's absolutely
Look, if we hold this here, it's just not going to get wet. So the difference is a water fan, you'll see those in various locations, they are just spitting water out across the blades. This doesn't do that.
That wouldn't be good for carpets. That wouldn't be good for
clothes.
furnishings.
It's an atomizer.
Yeah, and we don't want mould and mildew, so don't
No.
think that. It's not adding lots of extra moisture to your household.
No.
You won't get the wet walls there.
No.
Actually, Marcy's got a terrific question. Sorry, Marcy, I just saw that there. Hi, Moira and Ben. I noticed right at the beginning of the show you called this, Ben, an evaporative fan. Does that mean it has to have a hose that needs to blow the hot air out of the window?
No, it doesn't. No, there's none of that. None of that at all. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You can actually leave the windows open. It's one of those things that this is designed to just cool the air as it passes through the blades. So wherever you're sitting, you're going to get the most advantageous output of feeling beautiful and cold.
Now, Sue, this is just for you, all right? Sue was worried about noise. So we've got the Maestro running. Now, I'm a metre away. You can't hear a thing. Ben, we've got to do our 1.5. I'm just going to sneak on over here and try and, in a ladylike fashion, come really close. So that was for Sue. Super quiet.
Super quiet.
Yeah. OK, so we love that. And that's on our natural mode, isn't it? Yes.
So we've got all the different modes here, 3 different modes. We can have it on continuous stream now, which is just blowing non-stop.
Yeah.
And this is beautiful as well. But the idea of it is you want to feel like you're sitting at the ocean with a beautiful cool breeze or at the bottom of a waterfall. That's how I liken to sitting in front of this.
Absolutely. Oh, another one here from Joan. Hi, Moira and Ben. Received my Maestro last week. First impressions are good impressions. My question is, what, if anything, is the function of the indicator? The cool air that is coming from the Maestro is so good, not like other fans that just circulate warm air. Regards from Joan. So the function of
the LED screen right at the very front. It's basically just telling you that it's on.
Right.
So it's actually doing what it's supposed to do.
Tells you what speed.
And what mode number you're in. Now, under lights here, it's impossible for us to read.
Right.
Because we're in a studio and it's so bright. But that's the indicator will replicate exactly what's on the remote control.
So I'm going to do this for Joan now. First of all,
and I'll sit over here, 1 metre away.
Okay, all right. So speed-wise there, you can go to 2 and you can go to 3. So I don't know if you can see that, Ben's right. Oh, you can. Cool. Okay, so that means that you can control your speed and then you can control that mode as well. So that is indicated there just by the little... And in the booklet it tells you a bit about that, I believe. And then, of course, you've got your timer, your rotate and your mist on and off.
That's it.
Come back now, Ben. See if I can get up. Lucky the Pilates is working. OK, so if you're not happy with what's happening with your cooling systems at home, maybe what you're using is getting far too expensive, you're in terror of turning that on full time over the hot, sticky months to come. Maybe it's just not effective. Maybe you do have some sort of a fan system and it's not giving you that really delicious cool that, in my experience, only the Maestro can. Then have a little think about this, because $1.99... you get to bring it home and experience it, to try it out, to see how wonderful it is. And if you're not satisfied, you send it back. You send it back for a full refund. You don't even have to spend that full $1.99. You can break that down into the 2 interest-free easy pays there, and we're going to get it to your door for just $9.90. I mean, in many areas, we'll get it to you.
Well,
within, well, maybe even
Days.
before this hideous hot weekend that's
Yes.
coming up.
Yes.
Can't promise that. We do dispatch within 48 hours, but we get it to you nice and fast. And you don't even have to go out and get flustered buying a new cooling
Exactly.
system. We've only got 24 minutes left in our show, so if you know you need to get a better form of cooling for your home, time to act now and get your very own Maestro, coming with the Cool Towel. But here's a little bit of a look at the technology.
There's lots to love about the warm weather, so why let anything spoil it? Too hot, too sticky. Can't work, can't sleep. Worried about your power bill? Now you have control over the climate in your home thanks to the Maestro Misting Fan. Old style fans just circulate the same stale air. Maestro uses water-cool technology to help create the perfect ambient temperature. Think how fresh and uplifting it is near a waterfall. That's due to the combination of moving air and ultrafine water particles. It's nature's own cooling system. Recreating that effect, the Maestro Misting Fan draws in hot air from 5 sides, combines it with the finest of atomized water, and sends it out again cool, fresh, and deliciously comfortable. Use the remote or the control panel to tailor your experience. There are 3 breeze options, 3 speeds, a 1 to 8 hour timer, and the choice of enjoying the fan with mist or simply a cooling airflow. Compact and portable, you can move Maestro wherever it's needed around your home, even outdoors. It's the answer to cool, comfortable living even during the hottest days and nights. Getting to sleep and staying asleep can be difficult when it's hot and sticky. The Maestro Misting Fan can change that. Plus, it's super quiet. It can even help with the other big issue that keeps us awake, the mozzies. Nobody likes bill shock. Maestro uses only 90 watts of power, so you can run it whenever you need it without the worry. Live life in cool comfort with the Maestro Misting Fan.
That's actually something a lot of us can't imagine doing over summer, live life in cool comfort. But you actually can.
You can.
And it is unlike any other cool that a fan can deliver because of that. Now, it's flash evaporative
Technology.
technology.
Yes.
Okay, flash.
Evaporative technology.
FET. Okay.
Now, there's nothing worse, Moira, than going shopping for a fan on a hot day either.
I know. And if you leave it too late and you get into the store and you go, oh, well, seriously,
gone.
I wanted something about
Yes.
that price point. You're telling me the only ones left are those very expensive ones.
And you then have to get home and make them
Oh,
and put them together. They don't come
Yes.
out of the box like this one.
no. There's a little bit of
A little bit of
assembly
work.
to do, without a doubt there. And let's face it, with the summer that we had last year, I think we've got to get organised, we've got to get set, we've got to get prepared with a very effective form of cooling in our home. If you've just joined us, the Maestro Mist Fan is an absolute hit here at TVSN. We're lucky to have any supplies left, the way that you've hit us when we brought it back or we got our containers.
That's right. And now we're down to our last one. So it's one of those things. Don't wait till the last day. Today's the day. Today's a good day to buy it. We're heading for very hot temperatures this weekend right around the country. It's only going to get hotter. Summer is about to start.
Now, a little question came through. Would this be a safe fan for a child's room?
Perfectly safe.
Natalie.
Perfectly safe. They can't get their fingers in there, and it's high off the ground as well. So it's perfect around pets. Some people will ask, there is one feature we haven't spoken, and then on the function here, you can hit...
Good for camping too.
Good for glamping. We're going glamping now.
Glamping. Of course, with you.
So basically here, you just basically hit the mosquito and it's on.
Right.
Doesn't hurt the pets.
Ah.
Won't hurt the pets.
You know what I found, though? When you put the fan on, I don't think the mozzies can fly against the airstream either.
No,
that was my
that's right.
mozzie impersonation there. And this, of course, with that oscillation, gets that beautiful cooling airflow right around the room. But, yeah, if you're in a high mozzie area, that's a good thing to know. That's an added bonus for you. So highly mobile, very, very efficient to run, costing you cents per hour. And it's giving you, to me, it's that same cool that you might experience in, you know, a commercial-style air conditioner.
Exactly.
Because it is so cool. It's not just moving the same hot air around.
That's right. And it's the technology. It's the way that the air sucks in at the back and basically the water which is coming up from the bath at the bottom, hits the distribution area here, which basically pushes it out with this flash evaporative technology.
Now,
That's the water.
Joan was wondering about the water. Oh, the indicator for
Well,
the
she's
water.
observant, isn't she?
Yeah. Sorry, we answered the wrong question for Joan. Beg your pardon.
Yeah.
So
that's your water indicator down here. Exactly. You know when you're running low.
And another question, is it easy to fill up that
Easy,
tank?
very easy to fill up.
Yeah.
Literally, you can take it out of the back. We won't do it on set here. But literally, this basically just comes out once the water's down out of this canister, pull it back, and then you just basically refill it and then pop it back in.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's very, very easy.
Now, we've got the panel off at the back, so
Sure.
normally you put that back on and then little hands can't get into that one there
And then
for
that
you.
happens over
Also
here.
good to know that at the back side of the fan, excuse the expression, that's a very fine wire there, so little hands can't get into
That's
there
right.
either.
That's right. And when it comes to cleaning, there's 3 screws, one here and one on each side. I've taken that off, and that's where you can basically do all your cleaning. It's very, very easy.
Now, another question's come through from Janet about assembly. So, yes, there is a little bit of assembly to do on this one. There's a video that you can have a look at online, but we can show it to you right now. So just literally take it out of the box.
And then you pop those wheels on. Now, they've used olive oil here to help slide them into the slots. There's 6 little wheels that go in.
If you've got an issue.
If you've got an issue.
Yeah.
Then it clicks onto the base plate, like so, clunk, and then up onto the bench, Phillips head screwdriver, and 6 screws in the bottom, and you're ready to go.
So that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Very, very simple.
And, oh, here we go. So this is the filling of
This is the
tank.
filling it. So here we go. We take it out of the back. We simply push that hose on. When it comes out of the box, you push that hose on.
That's what you were talking about
And
before.
yes, make sure that that's tight at the bottom because that's your little drain plug. Fill it up with water there. And pop it straight inside.
Sound effects.
Sound effects. Glunk, 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 glunk. And then she's ready to go.
Oh, beautiful.
On.
Remote control. There's the other indicators, Joan.
That's right. Yep, there's the other indicators.
Love it. And that's a lovely thing. You can have your own personal cooling system, have it the way you want, directed at you, oscillating around the room, have it into the natural mode there. There's also a sleep mode, isn't
The
there?
sleep mode is fabulous. So that basically slows the whole fan down so that it's basically just in a very different mode, which basically you can't hear anything. So once we hit the button, the fan blades will slow down, and what we will see, as we see now,
Super quiet.
it's very, very quiet. Now,
I'm gonna
leave the
pull that
misting
to
function on.
slew mode.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can't even hear it. There you go.
Beautiful.
See the
But
blades
you're
there?
still getting that beautiful misting. You're still getting that gentle
Yes.
movement of the air
Right.
around the room.
The sea breeze.
I'm putting myself to sleep talking like this. Now, we've got less than 15 minutes left of our Maestro Fan show. And actually, this is our last chance for the month of November for our weekday viewers. I think you've got one more show
One more show
coming
this
up
weekend.
on the weekend.
Yeah.
And all of that relies on availability of stock, because once that final container is emptied, for that all-important Christmas season. And, of course,
That's
the
right.
Maestro Fan, with those 5-star reviews, with that reputation spreading word of mouth too, these fans just sell anytime. It's not
They
just
do.
while your shows are on. Now, remember, too, you're getting a cool towel with this. That'll arrive.
Which is fabulous.
So
It
that's
actually
like
goes
your
with
own...
your outfit today. So wet it, give it a good...
Oh, and your tie.
Yeah, and my tie.
Yeah. And that's just amazingly
Isn't it
cool
beautiful?
to touch. I think about our bed toppers that have got
Yeah.
the gel impregnated in them. And it's that same feeling, but more intensified in the towel here. So, you know, maybe your car air conditioning doesn't work so well.
That's right.
And you can pop that around your neck. You can, you could even pop it down your front. And it just feels like you've got a cool mountain. Oh, that's nice.
There she goes.
Yeah, while you're
Working around the car, in the garden.
So many uses for this one. And, yeah, we like to keep exercising, but the hot weather, you go, oh, am I going to overheat? So it literally is a wet wring out, and then it's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Yeah.
Then sit in front of the fan and you'll be even cooler.
I don't think I'd need this in front of the Maestro, that's for sure. But this is sort of like taking the benefit of the Maestro out and about with you. Well, actually, that's true. When little ones get overheated, they're so cross and cranky, and it can be quite dangerous too.
Yes. So summer is around the corner. Those temperatures are going to get hotter. Now's the time, isn't it, to get the flash evaporative technology into your bedroom and get rid of those pesky mosquitoes as well.
Yeah, love that. That's amazing, actually, that towel, how well that works.
I know. I was out the back quite amazed.
Yeah. So again, it's the Maestro technology that exceeds those expectations. In fact, we've got 14 minutes left in your show. So what we'll do is give you your details. Your item number, the only one you need this hour, and you'll get both the Maestro fan and your bonus of the Cool towel, is 71690. Now, as I was mentioning before, you don't even have to invest everything. You just put one easy payment of $99.50, and then, of course, your delivery, which is just $9.90, so you don't even have to leave home to organise your summer cooling with the Maestro Air there. It's a 30-centimetre fan blade that you've got, and your opportunity now to get that order in either by giving us a call, hopping on the app, hopping on the website, and we'll have a little look at this in action, and its many features and its many benefits.
The power bills have been much lower with the Maestro fan. It's been really great.
On hot, dry days, I love using the misting function because it just cools me down and puts moisture back into the air.
I like the fact that it's very quiet. Other fans I've had, they're so noisy, but the Maestro is just very soft and very quiet.
Oh, the Maestro Air is fantastic on those hot summer nights where you just can't get to sleep because of the heat. I pop it on my side of the bed, turn on the mist, and I stay cool all night.
When it's sticky and it's hot, the Maestro fan is really awesome.
There's lots to love about the warm weather, so why let anything spoil it? Too hot? Too sticky? Can't work? Can't sleep? Worried about your power bill? Now you have control over the climate in your home thanks to the Maestro Misting Fan. Old-style fans just circulate the same stale air. Maestro uses water-cool technology to help create the perfect ambient temperature. Think how fresh and uplifting it is near a waterfall. That's due to the combination of moving air and ultrafine water particles. It's nature's own cooling system. Recreating that effect, the Maestro Misting Fan draws in hot air from 5 sides, combines it with the finest of atomized water, and sends it out again cool, fresh, and deliciously comfortable. Use the remote or the control panel to tailor your experience. There are 3 breeze options, 3 speeds, a 1 to 8 hour timer, and the choice of enjoying the fan with mist or simply a cooling airflow. Compact and portable, you can move Maestro wherever it's needed around your home, even outdoors. It's the answer to cool, comfortable living even during the hottest days and nights. Getting to sleep and staying asleep can be difficult when it's hot and sticky. The Maestro Misting Fan can change that. Plus, it's super quiet. It can even help with the other big issue that keeps us awake, the mozzies. Nobody likes bill shock. Maestro uses only 90 watts of power, so you can run it whenever you need it without the worry. Live life in cool comfort with the Maestro Misting Fan.
Well, a big congratulations to Jane. She's written in on the email. Just bought 2 of these. The old evaporation cooler just added to the humidity. So I gather this is different. Well, Jane, we can prove it to you. We can show you right here, right now. And I'm so glad you got yours while we've actually got some stock, because I think for me, 2 would be ideal.
Perfect.
1 upstairs, 1 downstairs,
Perfect.
1 for the living area, 1 for the bedroom. But you can move them about. So just for you, Jane.
Here we go.
Yes.
The magic tissue test in front of the fan. In theory, you would think this is water coming out, wouldn't you? It's micro droplets. And you'd think this would be getting wet. Nothing.
Nothing showing on there.
Now just to
yeah, you can feel
very
it.
dry.
You can feel that beautiful, beautiful cool, but that stays totally dry.
Exactly.
You can see the mist, and that's a really lovely thing in itself there. And that is that flash evaporative technology. See, now I remember FET.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
never going to forget that, Ben.
No.
I'm so glad.
You're never going to get that.
And this is what it's all about for you. Pressurised atomizer released the microscopic water droplets into the air, and those droplets actually absorb the air's heat. So the absorbed heat quickly causes the droplets to evaporate, resulting in a lower ambient temperature. So a great way to extract the heat, cool the air and beat the summer blues there, because there's nothing worse. I mean, we love the sunshine, we love all the lovely things in summertime. We don't like the extreme heat, we don't like the humidity. Now, Tracy was wondering, does the fan work in high humidity, because she lives in Queensland?
Perfect, not a problem. It doesn't add to the humidity in your room. It actually will help cool the room down because it's going to extract that heat from behind and push it out the front. So it's using that flash evaporative technology. There you go.
Love it. Shirley, thank you very much for emailing in. Hi, Ben and Moira. We just bought a Maestro and found it was very cold, so happy with that. I've just bought another one for my daughter today. Can you tell me what rotate does? I put mine together easily. However, I had 2 extra screws. Did I miss something? No, Shirley, that's a bonus. You know, just in case you drop one and you can't find it. So
there's nothing worse than a screw loose, is there? There's nothing worse. Now, rotate basically is very simple. Push that button and it'll stop the front of it moving. So it's now in freeze frame. So as we can see here, by rotating it, what that's doing is it's pushing the air around in all the directions right in front of you. So you're getting a lovely airflow on your side at the moment.
So I'm almost side on to the fan there, and I'm feeling that beautiful cool, even at this extreme angle as well. Now, another good question's come through via our call centre. Thanks, Bianca, for sending that one through. She'd like to know if you put water in the back of the fan.
You do need to put water in the back of the fan. Yes, so by turning this around here, we'll show you. When it comes out of the box, you'll basically take this off, and you've got like a water container here. This has got no water in it, of course, but what happens is you fill this up with water from the tap. The cooler the water, the cooler the output at the front. So add a few ice blocks if you really want to. Then you slot that into the bath. You'll hear it go glug, 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 glug. We did that sound effect, don't we?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, make sure that there's a hose inside here as well that you just push down onto the hose mechanism.
Video there, Oh, can I just quickly share another 5-star review for you? Foxy has written in, the fan is great. It glides along so easily. It can be moved from room to room. It's got a powerful fan which cools the room beautifully, saving the air conditioner. It looks very smart and so slim. It doesn't take up a lot of space and it's great value. I'd recommend this fan. And lovely Rhonda in Launceston, absolutely love it. Easy to move about, so easy to operate. You can't fault it. It's a great find. And then to answer the question that came through our call centre about where you put the water in, we'll have a very quick look at that assembly video for you because it's nice and simple. Let's have a look.
You're all set to beat the heat with a Maestro air misting fan. Assembly is super simple. First, the base. All you need to do is push each of the wheels into the tall posts. If they're tight, use a little vegetable oil. Be sure to push them all the way in so that the base of the fan is level. Now place the Maestro onto the base with the curved section to the front. Line up the pegs and holes. Holding both pieces together, place the Maestro on its back. Add the screws and tighten until they're flush with the base. A good secure fit eliminates vibrations and unnecessary noise. To use the misting function, open the back panel. Lift out the water container and secure the hose. Also check that the drainage cap is tightened. Unscrew the cap of the container and fill it with water. Place the cap back on and be sure to tighten it firmly. Then fit the container into the Maestro and replace the back panel. That's it. You can operate the Maestro via the front control panel or use the remote control. With its quiet 3-speed fan, timer misting function and 3 intelligent modes, the Maestro really does bring home the cool.
Well, just a little heads up, at the way this is disappearing, I think by the time you get to your weekend show, That'll be it.
I think
that
so.
could be it for the year.
Yeah.
All stock gone on the Maestro Mist Fan. Now, please note that if you're going, oh, is it really as good as they say? I have barely scratched the surface of the 5-star reviews here. But the best way to know how good it is, how well it's going to cool your home, what a difference it's going to make to, you know, your days at home with the heat, your nights trying to sleep, is to get one. Get one home and just know that you've got that safety net of, we always talk about 30-day money-back guarantee. It's better than that at the moment. It's all the way to January 25. So you can put it through its paces all the way through December, Christmas, New Year, January, the holiday season there. If it doesn't deliver, get it back to us before January 25 for that full refund of your purchase price. So you've got to think, there's absolutely nothing to lose. We don't want you to be stuck this summer, this Christmas, this holiday season, really feeling the heat and suffering.
Exactly. And look, you know what? As you say, the stock's going to run out, so now's the time. And it's just been fabulous to bring this product to TVSN exclusively.
Well, you'll be very happy to hear, Dimmy has written in, the Maestro worked better than I could have imagined. It usually takes my aircon about 20 minutes to kick in, but the Maestro cooled the room down in minutes. One quick call to the Maestro office sorted a little problem I had. I felt like a bit of a dill, but all good now. The after-sales service was fantastic. Bring on summer, I say. So good to hear that you got that good backup service as well there.
Exactly.
And, of course, you'll be receiving, if you're brand new to TVSN, you can get that extra $10 off by using the special code at the checkout, and that's TVSN 2020. Now, that offer ends at the end of January for our new TVSN customers with their first purchase. And with your Maestro Cooling fan, of course, you're going to get the bonus of the Cool Towel with the gel technology.
Which is fabulous.
So an extra bonus there. So we've got you cool, we've got you covered in home, and in fact the Maestro is excellent outside as well.
Fabulous outside, works around the patio, all those areas where you've got the barbecue, and it's one of those great things where it's not going to chew up the power bill. Definitely. And that's the big thing that everybody's worried about. So, you know, it's designed to be efficient, friendly, and one of your family members, quite frankly, and at the end of summer, just rolls into your cupboard and rolls out ready for next year.
I love it. So no more sweating, no more tossing and turning, no more sleepless nights, not even the drama of the mozzies, because this is also designed to help with that too. There's basically no noise, and I think that's one of my bugbears with the old school fans as well. Because I hear everything. Can't see very well, but I hear everything.
That's right, and the old school fans just blow the heat around the room. So you've got to remember this is extracting the heat that's in the room and pushing it out the front with flash evaporative technology. The millions of beautiful molecules of beautiful air coming off the front is cool. And that's the whole idea.
Without adding water to the air, because they're so superfine microscopic droplets that you've got that give you that delicious cool. You won't believe when you turn it on, set it up, takes very little time to set up, fill it up with water and experience that cool, you'll suddenly realise how good this new technology of fan is.
Exactly, and if you're thinking of glamping, take it along with you. You can even use it in your tent. I mean, quite frankly, I would as well. And don't forget about the mozzie repellent that you can add to the back as well. It's safe around pets and children, so you just pop that in, hit the mosquito repellent, even outside in the patio area. It's keeping you cool and getting rid of those pesky mozzies at the same time.
And helping you beat those power bills as well when you think just 90 watts. And that's when you've got everything on.
That's
when you've got the misting happening, the rotating happening there. You've got it at full speed. So it takes very little to power up your Maestro Mist Fan there and get that, I've got to call it delicious cool. It really is.
It is.
You know what it's like? It's when you open the fridge.
Oh, I love that feeling. Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. Or the wave crashes on the sand. And
exactly.
you just get that delicious. You don't get sprayed by salt water. you know what I mean. It's that instant, wonderful relief of cool, and that's what Maestro is, like that blessed cool change in the afternoon that sweeps through. So remembering a last weekday chance for the month and probably for the year with the few stock that we have left for you of the Maestro Mist Fan, coming with the bonus of the cool towel, coming with the 2 easy pays there, and we're going to deliver it to your door very affordably as well, so you don't even have to muck around getting your brand new cooling system. Ben, you are a star. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a very cool time.
And thank you for all of your emails and your company too.